before today, do you remember the last time you guys won at home?
Yeah, San Francisco last year. It's been a while. It's been a while. Nice to be able to get back on the right track.
It's been a while since you guys have had a winning streak. What does a winning streak do for a football team?
Gives you a chance to extend it for one more week if you play well. We're very happy where we are in terms of just productivity offensively, and no sacks, no turnovers. I mean, those are the kind of days you want to have as an offense. And had we been able to kind of build on what we did in the first half, we had a pretty good lull for about 20 minutes or so. A couple 3-and-outs, and I made a bonehead play on a block in the back, put us behind the chain. So I mean, there's some things that we could definitely clean up, but we were able to score in the red zone, something we've been talking a lot about. Instead of walking away with field goals, getting touchdown with something big was able to get us up, a sizable lead, and we just need to continue to build on that.
Larry, you've been around a lot of coaches. How creative is Kliff's play calling, and what kind of confusion does that cause for defenses?
Well, I mean, you see the guys; they're so tired. I mean, the defensive linemen, you can hear them breathing, and they're gasping for air, trying to get out. There's miscommunication: who's in, who's not in, what coverage are we playing? You hear all this talking while you're lining up and playing, and playing with that kind of speed puts the defense in a real bind. And as you saw today, we were able to make some great hay on some plays where they just didn't know what was going on, and a big play to David, up the sideline for 30 yards on the check. I mean, when you get 30 yards on the check down, I mean, those are the type of plays you want.
Gary, can you take us through the roller coaster of emotions where you think the game's going to be tied, you're probably getting ready to go out of the field, and Matt Bryant misses an extra point, which is so rare?
It happens in the game. That's the way it goes sometimes. I mean, I feel like today we had a couple things that kind of go our way. The Demir catch, the Trent catch, obviously the extra point. I mean, there was just things that happen like that throughout the course of the game, and it's nice to finally have it kind of bounce our way. And hopefully we can continue to ride that positive momentum.
What are you thinking when Kyler takes off on the 35?
Just get the first down. He was able to, and he did a great job. Extending plays, scrambling. Found me on a scramble. Found a couple other guys on scramble plays. He has a great understanding of when to scramble to run, when to scramble to extend the play and throw it down the field. He's got a great feel. I mean, you see Russell Wilson do that all the time, and some other guys who can. They just know when it's time to tuck it and when it's time to keep your eyes downfield and let the plays happen, develop. So he did a great job with that. And obviously, just the no sacks was huge. Not getting those negative plays was great for us early.
What kind of pair is Chase and David turning into?
Well, they're both dynamic, and what they can do. It's great because there's nothing that needs to change with the play calling. I mean, literally, there's plays that David and Chase both can run effectively. Both of them can go do it, and it's great to be able to have two backs who are that dynamic, and in the screen game, in the run game, in the pass game, and blitz protection. I mean, they both can do it all, and that's a tribute to both of them, and obviously Coach Sachs getting those guys ready every week.
You talked about the defense being confused a lot of times when you guys and tired when you guys are going so fast. How has it taken some time for the offense to learn how to communicate that quickly and also not be confused in those situations?
No, we know exactly what's going on. I mean, this is all we do at practice is speed up and play that tempo. And I mean, we're using hand signals, and we know just by the formation what route we have. So I mean, there's not much confusion out there, and we actually run it faster at a higher pace than we do in practice than we do it in the game. Coach wants to put as much stress as possible in practice, and in the game, a lot of times the referee standing over the ball won't even let you hike it, so you got to kind of wait for them to let you play. So I mean, it's much slower than we actually practice it at.
What went into the big decision to tackle Max Williams after his touchdown? He's
a Minnesota guy, man. He's from way up north, though. I mean, I never been up there to Waconia where he's from, but that's my man. He works tirelessly. I mean, he's such a humble, hard-working dude. I mean, he does everything, all the dirty work, and to finally see him get in there, it's good to see those guys who work their tail off like that be rewarded with a touchdown. I mean, I feel like it took him forever to get there. It looked like my dad running, so it was great to see him get in there.
So not forever, like number of games, but forever seconds on that particular play.
Yeah, I mean, he ran that, he caught it on like the 25, and it probably took at least 6 seconds to get into the end zone from there. But, it made it that much sweeter.
How about the big fella, Corey Peters, with the celebration? I mean,
Oh yeah, man, I thought he was gonna throw his back out, man. You know, I told him, I said, Corey, that's a lot of weight to be moving in that position, man. So I was giving him a hard time. It was great to see him being productive and Sizzle doing his thing, and obviously Chandler. You know, he shows up every week. It was a great day for us to be able to come out with a dub.
Tamir's touchdown. Did you see the replay on that and the possible fumble?
Yeah.
Kyler came in here saying he thought it was a fumble.
I had my helmet off and I was getting some water. I sat down already. You know, I was looking at this, you know, seeing what we are gonna do next series, honestly. But, you know, it was great to have that go our way. You know, they haven't been going our way like that, so it was nice to have that. Why don't they ever let the fans ask any questions like that? They never get to.
One in the 11 jersey.
Sir, you got anything? You got any questions? Nothing? All right. Thank you. You had your chance. All right.
Right on the spot in the sideline when Kyler scrambled on third down. Did you know he had it, or were you worried that the review might overturn it?
It was close. I felt like the angle, it was going to be tough to overturn, but I know it was close. It was right there.
What was going through your mind? You get the 17-point lead, everything looked like it was clicking. It was kind of like last week a little bit in terms of getting close. Maybe
That's NFL football. Particularly, this team had their back against the wall, an elite offense. I mean, dynamic playmakers all over the field. You know, this guy, quarterback was league MVP a couple years ago, I think, and tremendous talent. And you knew they'd come back, and you got to give them a lot of credit. They kept battling and played really hard and made it a close game.
David had a back, and yet he's curling around and making that catch at the end. Maybe just what can you say about his performance, especially dealing with the injury that he did?
Same as last week. He was banged up and battled through it and did it again this week. That was kind of the game-saving catch. If we don't make that one, we may have to kick a field goal, and then who knows what happens.
You feel like this was the first game where really everything came together for the offense, efficiency in the red zone, chunk plays.
I don't think we've got there yet. You know, we're getting there. It's a work in progress, but you've definitely seen, as a unit, us understanding what we want to be and who we want to be when we stay on schedule. And the last 2 weeks we stayed on schedule. We haven't got behind dramatically and had to throw it every play, and that's what we have to continue to fight to do.
What worked better in the red zone today?
I mean, it's just a process. You know, that's all I can say. As a unit, we'll continue to work at it and continue to try and get better. And there's no secret play that we ran today. I just felt like we executed at a higher level.
You talk about Kyler's calm, coolness there the whole game, really, when he had to keep it real.
That's who he is. You know, it's hard to rattle him. He comes over and after a touchdown, and I kind of want to see him smile, and he's just like, okay, here we go again. So that's who he is, and I think his teammates feel that he's going to be the same guy.
Do you know what you would have done on fourth down if he had been
We were going to
short?
go. I was trying to figure out what play. We'd already used our fourth down play earlier, so we were kind of drawing it up in the dirt, but we were going to go.
Did you guys think about going for one more try at a touchdown at the end of the first half? Is there a reason you kicked it on third down?
Yeah, we just felt like I got a little spooked after that ball got batted up and just wanted the points there. 7 seconds left. That's close, right on the edge. They were playing some zone defenses, and just wanted to make sure we got points.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The 58-yard pass to Demir Bird, what was working on that play and how much did that kind of get you guys going?
We had a play action call. We'd put it in this week. Having Demir back brings speed, and Kyler made a tremendous read. It was Fitz to him. The safety kind of played over to Fitz, and he made a great throw and a great catch.
What do you think about David, that he's been injured 2 weeks in a row like that and still had that game he did?
He's a gamer, and you appreciate his competitiveness. And I've said it all along, his receiving skills are elite. He's as good as anybody in the league when it comes to catching the ball out of the backfield. He's a natural receiver and continues to make huge plays for us.
The accuracy Kyler shows on the pass to David, I mean, throughout the game, how unusual is that? I mean, is somebody just got that or they don't?
I mean, he's a freak, you know, when it comes to that. I've said it since he was in, I don't know, 9th grade maybe. That's what he's worked on in his entire life is perfect mechanics and accuracy and throwing the football. And you see it, you know, decision-making comes with time and the speed of the game. But if you're just having a throwing contest, you can put him up against anybody.
On the Bird play, when you looked at it in the big screen, did you think there was a chance it might be overturned and called a fumble?
I once again, couldn't really tell. It looked close.
Is it a concern? You've given up a 14-point lead last week, 17 today.
It's not It's not. Two, veteran quarterbacks. They kept coming and kept playing hard, and that's this league. Teams are going to make a run.
The Falcons
What's the
had-
impact of having a winning streak now? What do you think that's going to do for the room?
Anytime you can find a way to win, we knew this team had their back against the wall. We were going to get their best shot, and our guys kept fighting. Anytime you win, it feels better during the week, and we got a big game going in New York. I think guys are starting to understand what we can be if we play together as a team, and hopefully we can take another step next week.
How comfortable are you with Kyler just taking off whenever he decides to?
That's his game, and he does a really nice job of protecting himself for the most part. The times that he takes a little more physical hits, if you will, is when it's on called runs, and so I can tell he prefers doing it on his own, and when it's not there and he makes a play, that's part of his game.
What was the play call? What was the play call on that third down?
On
Where he scrambled to get the first down.
it was basically a QB keep / if it's open on the pass, throw it. If not, run for the first.
Who was he trying to connect? Was there somebody?
There's a flat throw and a cross throw, and so if you don't have them, it's stay in bounds, get down, get the first.
Did you even bother looking at the PAT by Bryant there, or did you?
I didn't even know what was going on.
What were you thinking? What were you doing in the process?
I was thinking, first home game back since Mr. B's passing, you got to think he pushed that thing a little bit that way. But you feel bad for Matt. He's one of the best kickers to ever do it, and I'm sure he's frustrated with that. But football's a funny game, and the breaks come in cycles, and hopefully we're in that cycle.
The Falcons offense had so many plays where they were gaining 10 yards or more. Why were they able to get all those big chunks?
They're really good. Those receivers, all three of them, the tight end, the running back. That team was 2 years removed from the Super Bowl for a reason, and we have to improve and be better, and I understand that, but that's a really good football team, and they do that to everybody.
Is that a concern for the defense?
Yeah, anytime you give up yardage and points, you want to get better, and I think we understand where we're at. We got some young players back there. We got a secondary that's banged up. We get Pat P back tomorrow, and so hopefully that helps.
Is that drive in the second quarter, 17, 30, 31 touchdown? Is that kind of like this offense, like the epitome of this offense?
The epitome is just scoring enough points to win. I don't think it looks one way or the other. I thought last week, we ran the ball really well and leaned on that, and this week we threw it more. And so whatever it takes to win the game, that's who we want to be.